guys? You enjoying the road trip? Road trip. Hi everyone, Marianne here. I'm changing it up today and I'm in my car filming this video because I'm doing a tips and tricks video for road tripping with your toddler. So as it's summertime, I'm sure a lot of you guys are planning vacations with little ones, and me and my family just got back from 10 days road tripping across California. We went from San Francisco to Los Angeles, so we had lots of time in the car, and I picked up lots of tips and tricks along the way that I wanted to share with you guys. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Marianne. I make videos about being a Jewish mom and minimalism with kids, so definitely hit the thumbs up button if you like this video and subscribe to my channel down below to see more. Okay, so let's jump in. Okay, my #1 tip is to drive during your toddler's nap time, even if it's really inconvenient. So my son Max naps from like about 12:30 to 3 or so. He takes a nice long nap, which is great, but that means we really only had the mornings to do activities, but honestly it was fine. It was so much better to just stick with his schedule and spend the morning being really busy and active, so that when we got in the car right after lunch he went right to sleep, and that really helped us. We had one mega drive from Monterey to Santa Barbara. It was almost 4 hours and he pretty much slept the whole time. We kept his music on like a really low volume, and he did wake up 2 times I think, but like it soothed him right back down. So yeah, that is my best tip, is to plan your long drives for your toddler's nap time. Staying on their schedule is just really helpful in general, and actually for us it was a big benefit because my son was waking up pretty early. We were on a little bit of a jet lag time zone difference because we're from the East Coast, so it was kind of nice because everywhere we went we got there right when it opened, and we were like super active and had fun all morning long, and by the afternoon I was ready to get in the car too. So my second tip is to bring things in the car that will help them out. So my #1 thing for that is a fan, which I'll show you guys, because it can get pretty hot and toddlers are usually still in backwards facing car seats, so they don't really get the air conditioning right on them, and also a sunshade is really helpful. Then we also brought my son's CDs that he's used to listening in the car. Don't ask me why they're not playlists on my phone yet, but for some reason we still have CDs. So I brought his CDs, and then I also brought some fun toys for him. I'll link some below, but ones that he can play with in the car, like coloring books or the Water Wow books from Melissa and Doug that I've talked about. And then my best tip about activities is actually to not break out the iPad. I know for my son, he associates certain things with other things. So for example, in the airplane, he knows he gets the iPad, and as soon as we sit down, he's like, Elmo, Elmo. So in the car, because we're driving every day and for long periods of time, I didn't want him to have the iPad the entire time we were in the car, mostly because I really wanted him to sleep too when we're in there. So I tried to not take out the iPad at all. If it was like an emergency and he was screaming and we just needed something to like get 20 more minutes, you know, till we reached our hotel, then I would jump in the back with him and just like use my phone with him. So, and because he kind of understands like this is mommy's phone, sometimes he gets to see stuff on it, but it's not like his iPad that he can sit and watch for a while. So I just found that helps so much. Also, I find that like long uses of iPad time really wind him up and make him really anxious and upset, so it just wasn't helpful in the end to have him using the iPad. My third tip for a road trip, and actually any trip with a toddler, is to make sleep as routine as possible. So of course that's keeping their normal bedtime and stuff, and we travel with his like little stuffed animals that he sleeps with and one blanket that he sleeps with. But another thing that really helped us was having him involved in setting up his bed. So whenever we got to a new hotel, we would set up his pack and play, and then we would ask him to like bring us his stuffed animals and his blanket that goes in. So he would like do that little routine with us, and I think it helped him understand like this is where he's going to be sleeping. He helped set it up. He knows everything is okay. And yeah, the nights went actually really well, so I was very thankful for that. My fourth tip is when you're looking for hotels, if you can find a place that has a suite or like a separate bedroom, it really helps. I know this can be more expensive, but for us it was great because we would leave him in the bedroom with the monitor, and we would be able to sit in like the living room area or sometimes even the patio outside the hotel room, and it just made for much more enjoyable nights for us to not have to like all go to sleep at 7 o'clock. My next tip for you guys is some toddler friendly, totally free activities. So whenever we stopped, even if we were going to do something that was like less toddler friendly, like we did a lot of hiking where he was just in the carrier, even though he really enjoyed it, he didn't get to run around as much because the trails were a little bit dangerous. So we always tried to go to a park for just like 20 minutes before we set off doing our activities, and that really helped. He loves the playground. He understands like as soon as he gets there, this is just for him, and he gets so excited. And it was honestly really fun getting to see all the different playgrounds across California and just like get a sense of the local people that go there. So I actually really enjoyed it. The other place we went to were local libraries. They have, aside from a ton of books, of course, they often have very great activities for free for little kids. So I know one of the ones we went to in Carmel had this whole table set up with like coloring pages and crayons and stuff like that, and they had all these beanbag chairs that the kids could like jump around on. So I definitely recommend looking for local story times or libraries or other just like free activities that the city has. And then my last tip for you guys is just to lower your expectations. For a toddler, being out of their routine and in a different place can be scary and upsetting. So my best advice is just not expect them to be on their best behavior the whole time, and just to know there's going to be times where they cry or get upset or whiny, and that's okay. It's really hard for them and they don't really understand what's going on all the time. So because we did this, I think it just really helped. We weren't upset or anxious ourselves if we weren't getting where we wanted to be on time or Max wasn't having the best time, because we understood like it's all part of the process. One of the things that helped, for example, was like not even trying to go to nice restaurants, and also sitting outside at restaurants so that when he did want to get up 5 minutes into the meal, that was okay. So yeah, that really helped us. So that's it. Those are my best tips for how to have a great road trip with your toddler. If you guys are going somewhere this summer, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more ideas about great places to travel with little ones. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below to see more. I'll see you next time. Bye! Do you see them?
How many fishies are in there?
How many fishies?